Aloha everyone, I'm Malika Dudley for Maui Now. We're at the Four Seasons Resort for the Maui Film Festival where this guy, Bryan Cranston, he is receiving the Navigator Award. Welcome.
Thank you, good to be here.
So have you been here before?
Oh yes,
Yeah?
yes, several times. When my wife and I were first married, we were here, and then another time, I've been here about 4 times.
Okay, what's your favorite part of the island to visit?
You know, the 7 sacred pools is pretty special. Haleakala is,
Yes.
you got to do it. You have
Yeah.
to do it at least once
Definitely in your life.
for sunrise.
Yep.
And as I was telling someone else, is it worth it? And I said, oh yeah, and you know what? It's so warm up there. You just need a t-shirt, that's all. Just t-shirt, shorts, you don't need it.
Yeah, you should be a tour guide.
Initiation.
It's freezing cold up there, guys.
But I gotta say, the favorite spot in Maui for me is in that ocean.
Mm-hmm.
The water is so beautiful, and
Yeah.
the waves, and then you come out and you feel like I don't feel like doing damage to myself anymore. Maybe I'm older now. I want to eat well, I want to take a nap, and
Yeah.
all those things happen when I'm in Maui. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, you should move here.
You know, I do have this thought. Every time I come here, I go, why don't I live here? It's like, why doesn't everyone live here? And then you go, oh, how can you make a living? Yeah, how can you make a living here? Oh, that's true, yeah.
I'm sure you could manage. Well, Maui Film Festival, have you been enjoying doing the Maui Film Festival? What are your impressions?
Well, first of all, the venue up there on the hill is just
Yeah.
like none other. When I saw that picture many years ago with the screen and all the people in their lounge chairs and things,
Yeah.
I thought, I've got to go to that. And this, became a reality for me when they called and said they would like to honor me for this award. And I was thrilled and humbled by it. And then the first thing I wanted to do was see a movie out there, and we did that the other night. So it's really beautiful.
Great. I have a question from our social media followers. So this is from Stacy Lope Harris. She says, what was the hardest part about playing your character on Breaking Bad, and do you miss it?
I don't miss the character because the show had a complete beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
And to continue on after a good ending would be just like after you finished a wonderful meal and you had a little aperitif and a little dessert and someone brought you more food.
Right.
Then you go, wouldn't it ruin it? It was like, no, I don't want to. I want to savor what we had, and that's kind of the same thing. You, like an athlete, you want to leave before you struggle, and I think we left at the right time. So I don't miss the character. I miss the people, and that was also the hardest part about the show is that we're responsible for connecting in with our fellow cast members and our crew and getting intimate and becoming friends and families, and then to say, okay, aloha, I have to go do something else.
Right.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah. I think people don't really know that you are a well-rounded person. In your life, you played sports, you're an ordained minister, you got a degree in police science,
Yeah.
Obviously all of your acting, Broadway and film and TV and writing and everything in that industry. Out of all of your life experiences, what have you learned the most about yourself, and through which experience?
I would say that the biggest thing I learned is that there are no shortcuts. And I was a kid who was looking for the shortcut. I even had a nickname called Sneaky Pete. Yeah, because I was always trying to circumvent responsibility and look for how I can get away from some. And at a certain point, I went, I'm spending a lot of energy trying to find the shortcut, where if I took that energy and just studied and just worked, then I'm getting more result from that. And that was the switch. It was like, no. And so I tell young acting students or writers or directors or artists of any kind, there is no shortcut. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the 10,000 hours to become proficient at anything.
Yeah, Viola yesterday said, she said, do the work. Sounds like you guys all have the same advice.
It is, and that is. And I think it helps to, if a person is dissatisfied with that answer, then maybe we've helped them, dissuaded them from going into the arts, because it is a labor of love.
Right.
And you have to do it saying, when I decided to become an actor, I knew that I was making a decision that if it meant I would share an apartment with 3 other actors for the rest of my life, then that's what I was willing to do.
Right.
But you can't go in and say, I'm going to give it a year or something. It's a lifetime. It's a lifestyle. And it's not a temporary job thing. So.
Well, thank you so much. I want to see your tattoo.
My tattoo, right here.
So cool.
There it is,
I just actually wanted to touch his finger.
Oh,
but
BRB.
that is awesome. It's Breaking Bad.
It's the Breaking Bad symbol. Someone asked me, he said, well, why would you put it there? And I said, well, I'm an actor, so I can't have it. I can hide it. But they said, no one else can see it. I go, I could see it.
Yeah, and that's all that matters,
This
right?
is for me.
Yeah.
That's for me. I think that's what a good tattoo is for. It's for yourself. It's not necessary to say, hey, I want you to see this. Yeah. It's like, this means something to me.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate meeting you.
Lovely.
Aloha.
Lovely meeting you. Aloha.
Go to MauiNow.com for all you need to know on the Maui Film Festival.